Welcome back. Let's now shift the focus to the commodity space. We have Manisha with us, and she is looking at precious metals today. So what's the latest on gold and silver, Manisha?
Well, we have seen both of these commodities surge. The last couple of weeks were not so great, but we've seen the prices come back in favor. So if you look at the overnight markets, we saw gold prices gain up by 1.5% and silver jumped up by 3.5%. And it's back at around that $30.5 per ounce mark. We did see silver prices hit an 11-year highs of 32, went down all the way back to 27 and below. And we've seen some opportunity buying come back in both of these precious metals right now. Well, one is you have the U.S. economic data not come in so well, and that has led to the US dollar decline. That has been supportive. And we already have seen ECB and Bank of Canada cut interest rates, and the markets are anticipating that come third, you will have more central banks joining that bandwagon. And it also is about various geopolitical tensions, especially in Red Sea, and the kind of statements that we are hearing from Houthis, also between Russia and Ukraine, where there have been more drone attacks. So all of that geopolitical premium also seems to be coming back. Even more interestingly, it is about the global central bank buying. It was a record global central bank buying in 2022 to the tune of 1,082 tons of gold. 2023 also was a second highest year in sense of global central buying at around 1,037 tons. Now, the first quarter of this year has seen almost 298 tons of buying, and the month of April has seen another 33 tons being added to it. The month of May also has been on the stronger side. Barring China, most of the other 14 global central banks actually bought gold. Even more interestingly, the World Gold Council recently reached out to 70 global central banks, and they've come back with a report suggesting that most of these banks are talking about adding further gold reserves within their kitty. So there's almost 29% of banks which said that they will be adding gold. You have 81% banks telling you that the reserves will grow going forward. No bank said that they would sell any gold going forward. And the next 5 years, many of these banks anticipate that the gold holding from global central banks would be much higher than what they hold in their reserves. Clearly talking about de-dollarization here. So gold clearly in favor because of that. And since the time this report has come in, you have had various banks and brokerages tell you or give you much dizzying higher highs in sense of forecast in case of gold.
Oh, wow. So that is what's happening with precious metals, and especially gold, and that has been the commodity. Everyone's been talking about the big surge that we've seen there. Thank you, Manisha, for joining us with those updates. As always, hope you have a sparkling week.
Thank you for watching CNBC TV 18. For all the latest news and updates, do follow us on our social media platforms.